He's a duck, and she's a version of Gwen Stacy going by the name Gwenpool. Time for an adventure. Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where we take trade paperbacks and single issues and we break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then every read is dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. This is one of the many new titles that have rolled out with all new, all different Marvel, and I was just going to ignore this whole Gwenpool phase, but now she has a backup comic in the Howard the Duck comic book, there's cosplayers, and oh my god, they've announced an ongoing series that's coming out. Gwenpool is here to stay, guys. So here's her origin. This is in the back of Howard the Duck 1 through 3, and as many superheroes have been merged from the multiverse into the main Marvel universe, this is one of those superheroes. Howard the Duck is finding it a tad difficult to breathe as there is the high heel of the black cat in his throat. She releases him and tells him that she wants to hire him for a job. She needs him to find a woman, and if he won't help, she'll use this footage that she has of him robbing her house against him. So he asks, "Who do you want me to find?" Black Cat explains that she was conducting business on the rooftop of a building when someone came crashing through the doorway on a motorcycle shouting, "Hello, world!" She was wearing spandex and a modified-looking Hydra mask, and she had no pants on. She slides her bike into all of the thugs and then stabs one of them in the hand with a pen. "Trade your pen for your gun," then grins at the thug. "I know, terrible trade," and she opens fire on all of them. She then rides over to the box that everyone dropped. "Hey, that's what I came for." And then she rides off the rooftop shouting, "Bye, Felicia." Black Cat was left standing there wondering, who the heck was that? And as Gwenpool falls off the rooftop, she asks herself, I'm very curious how I'm going to survive this. And then she hits a moving truck filled with ducks. Furious that this crazy woman could have hurt those ducks, Howard asks who she is. Felicia tells him that she has no idea, some kind of pantsless Arctic ninja or something. "So why would you have me find her?" Well, earlier today, Felicia was meeting with her police contact in the park, and Gwenpool shot him up like crazy. So this led Felicia to assume the girl knows her somehow, so she can't get her associates involved, and Howard is in no way an associate. So Felicia leaves him with the mission: find this girl and find what she stole from Felicia, and then she walks out of the room. Howard walks back to his desk trying to figure this one out when he sees Gwenpool underneath his desk. She crawls out and Howard asks what she's doing here, trying to keep her from finding me. "Yeah, well, there's plenty of desks around town, so hide underneath one of those. But she was hiring you to find me, right?" "Right." "Well, Ducky Boy," and Gwenpool whips out pistols. I thought she might be. Howard runs out into the street while Gwenpool chases him down, opening fire on him. "Lady, please, let's talk. I have no idea who you are. I also don't want you to kill me." She leaps over a fence and she replies to him, "What's the big deal? If you die, you'll disappear from publication, and you've done that for months before, even years at a time. You'll just come back eventually." What are you talking about? You think I'm a book? Madame, I am not a book." She opens fire again. "Well, you kind of are where I'm from." "What does that even mean? You're all just comic book characters in my world." Howard ducks for cover and realizes, "Oh geez, I'm definitely not dealing with the same girl who's trying to kill me. I wouldn't have to keep trying if you just stopped jumping behind things." Howard gets to running again. "For a lady trying to mess with a crime lord, you're a terrible shot." "Well, I haven't been a superhero for very long." "You think you're a superhero?" "I don't know if you just saw me, but I just shrugged." You see, my dear viewers, Gwenpool got her costume and became a superhero back in Howard the Duck of Volume 0, Issue 5. She was standing outside of Big Ronnie's custom battle spandex when the end of the world seemed to be happening. Something about Battleworld and a secret war. Anyway, she walked in after reading a review from Spider-Man that said that he had just been here and dropped off her list of superpowers to get a costume made. The clerk hit it fast and furious and handed her the pink outfit that she has now. When she asked where the pants are, she was told no pants, only big boots. And that's her origin. She bought the costume. Howard is shocked, but he asks what this is all about, and Gwenpool tells him that she stole that box and sold it to Hydra. Howard stops and stands up. "You did what?" "I needed money." "That's pure evil." "Nah, it's fine. The Avengers will handle it, right?" Howard quickly dials them up and gets a voicemail. "Hello, you've reached the Avengers Emergency Hotline. We are unable to assist you at this time as the Avengers are in space. To contact your local police department, please dial," and then he hangs up. And so, they get their butts to the Hydra base. They start their assault by having Howard fly her in. Well, he can't fly, so they fall in, and she throws him like a weapon at the Hydra thugs, then a knife into another's head. Howard is running around screaming the whole time, but Gwenpool grabs him and shows him the welcome mat. Well, the Hailcome mat. Gwenpool runs into the main lab where she begins shouting that she is here to stop them. And the woman with the virus is in shock. "Aren't you the one who sold us this?" "Well, yeah, but then I felt bad." The Hydra woman disabled her quickly. "You're a terrible fighter. I'm learning on the job." So Gwen has a new idea. She reaches for the box with the virus and drinks it herself. Everyone runs away from her because she is now highly contagious, and Howard asks her, do you have like a healing factor or something? Nope, I looked at that guy and assumed it was just the mumps. We've got a mumps vaccine in my world. Kid, we have the mumps here, and we have the vaccine too. That is not the mumps. Suddenly, Gwenpool begins to grow out of control and she asks the Hydra lady for a cure. Considering that she didn't want to get infected herself, she handed it over to Gwenpool and Gwenpool was healed. So she and Howard went back to finishing their plan. As Howard went to go turn the box into Black Cat, Gwenpool in a robe showed up and offered to buy it off Black Cat for all of her Hydra money. Of course, Black Cat took the money and the adventure was wrapped up. As she watched Black Cat walk away, Howard commented that she gave up $1 million and he thinks that she figured out how to become a superhero. And Gwenpool replies with, I don't think I like it. That was so much money. And they both walk off into the night. And Howard asks, so how did you end up on our world anyway? I got here through the reality nexus. Portal in the back of a wardrobe? Come on, seriously. I don't know, a tornado? Tell me! I fell into a hole chasing a rabbit. Fine! And that is the origin story of Gwenpool. Now, like I said, she's been announced to get her own story, and I don't know when that's gonna come out, but I felt it was time that you learned who Gwenpool is, since it's another variation on Gwen Stacy that has become stupidly popular. I'm Benny the Comicstorian, and I'll see you next time right here.